Hey everyone, Romel here, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this microphone. This is the FIFINE K658, and it is a relatively budget-friendly, dynamic USB microphone that has a touch of RGB. If you're looking at other dynamic microphones in this price range, most often than not, you'll find that they are XLR, which means you need an audio interface to go from the microphone to your computer. With the FIFINE K658, all you have to do is plug this into your computer with the provided USB cable and you are good to go. This does retail for about $120 Canadian, and I'll have links in the description below if you want to get one yourself. FIFINE did reach out and ask if I wanted to review their microphones, and I said yes. And as always, just because a company sends me a product isn't going to change how I look at or review a product. I'm always going to give you my honest thoughts and opinions. And yeah, we're going to take a look at the K658 in this video, but they also sent me the A6T, and I'll have that in a separate. Unless stated, all of the audio in this video is going to be through the K658, so you guys have a good impression of what it sounds like. I will be putting it up against my Rode Procaster, which is going into the GOXLR. Anyways, let's get into the unboxing. You get everything you need inside the box to start using the microphone. You have some documentation, a USB-C to USB-A cable, a tripod stand, a 3/8 to 5/8 adapter, the shock mount, the ring to secure the microphone to the shock mount, and of course the microphone itself. The microphone itself feels really good in your hands, and it doesn't feel cheap as the body is made out of metal. It has a good weight to it. The design of the microphone really reminds me of the Shure SM7B. You do have a pop filter that you can easily screw on and off. When the filter is removed, you can see the capsule, which is protected by this metal grill. The USB-C and 3.5mm is located at the back of the microphone. On the top and bottom of the housing, you do have some controls. On the top of the microphone, you get the gain control and the mute, unmute touch button. And on the underside of the microphone, you have the button that will turn the RGB on and off. For me, the one thing that I'm not really a fan of is the dial itself. It is made out of plastic in comparison to the rest of the body. So when you're touching it and moving it around, it feels a little bit cheaper. For me and all the microphones that I've used, gain is something that I've touched maybe one time when I'm originally playing around with the level of the microphone, but after that I don't change it at all. I set it once and then kind of forget it. I feel like they could have gone a little bit smaller or somewhere where it's not really noticeable, but some people might like it and some people might use it. For me, it's just not something that I've used. Even with my Rode Procaster and the GOXLR, I set up the gain once and I haven't touched it since then. But the mute button is a touch button, but if I press the button, you'll see it turn red, and that means the microphone is muted. So you can't hear me right now. My audio is coming from this microphone, but as you can see, it's red, very easy to see, and it's very clear that it is off. And when I touch it again, it is green. It's not muted. The RGB is right at the back of the microphone here. It's a very subtle glow. You can turn it on and off with the button underneath the microphone. As you can see, it's off and on. You can't change the color. The only control that you have is that it's either on or off. It is nice that FIFINE does provide the shock mount with the microphone as well as the tripod stand, but I would highly recommend getting a microphone arm. Right now, it's pretty awkward for me to talk into the microphone at this distance. I haven't switched it out with my Rode Procaster yet, but I feel like once it's on that mount, it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable. I'm trying to stay pretty close to the microphone because with a dynamic microphone, you kind of want to be relatively close to where the capsule is to get the best sound. Even if I move slightly back, I'm not that much further away from the microphone itself, but you can probably hear quite a big difference. This is me talking pretty close to the microphone, and then this is me just pulling my head back But as I'm getting closer, my voice probably sounds a lot more fuller, a lot more rich. And then when I step back, it feels like I'm really far away from the microphone, even though I'm not. If you can't get close to the microphone with this tripod stand, I would highly recommend getting a microphone arm just so you can mount it, and it will also reduce the vibrations that the microphone picks up because it is off your desk. That's basically what you get with the FIFINE K658. There's really not a lot more to this microphone, and at this price range I don't really expect there to be. I also don't really want a lot of extra features on a microphone. I would prefer a company spend their time and energy making sure that it sounds good, both to my teammates, my stream, rather than adding features like more RGB and things that I might not necessarily need. And yeah, we'll see what this sounds like and what it picks up once I have it attached, so we can see what that kind of sounds like all together. So this is going to be the test between the K658 up against the Rode Procaster going into the GOXLR. This is the $120 microphone up against approximately a $900 setup. I'm going to try to keep my distance the same and reading the set of lyrics the same. I wasn't able to figure out how to simultaneously record two USB microphones. It seems like a lot without having to install additional software, which I'll try to figure out if I'm going to do more tests like this in the future. But right now I'm just going to try and maintain the same tone and same distance between the microphones to try and give you a good test to see what this sounds like in comparison to each other. Let me know what you think sounds better. This is the K658. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break them. This is the Rode Procaster. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. So yeah, I just got it mounted on the arm itself. I'd say that I'm a little bit more comfortable with the positioning of this. It is a lot higher and it's easier for me to get close to the mic. We're gonna just do a quick round. This is what it sounds like while you're gaming. This is what your teammates will hear. And as you can see, it's not that loud. I'm looking at my monitor right now, and it's saying that the keystrokes are like at negative 42 decibels. So that should be really, really quiet. And if you have a noise gate or something similar, you would definitely not hear. So like I'm just pretending, oh yo, he's cracked. Die, Vegeta, die. Dude, I have no ammo. Bro, okay, whatever. As you've heard in this video, the K658 is a really good sounding microphone. If you're looking for a dynamic microphone that is USB and something that you can use without having to configure extra hardware or software, the K658 is a really good option. As you've heard and seen me use it, I feel like especially for in-game comms and using it on stream, you don't really have a lot of negatives. The price is really good. I think the one drawback is you would need a microphone arm. I did raise my desk a little bit so I could get a little closer to the mic and be a little bit more comfortable. But the microphone arm is definitely something that you would want to grab with this microphone. So it kind of pushes you up to around $100 and probably $160. It gets you into a pretty good condenser microphone like the Blue Yeti. You have a couple of the Waves, and I think the Sirens are around that same price tag as well. But you are comparing two different types of microphones. You are looking at condensers versus dynamic microphones. And yeah, if you're looking specifically for a dynamic microphone that is USB powered, you don't really have too many options at that 120. You do have to get an XLR mic. They can get a little cheaper than 120, but you do need that audio interface. This makes everything a lot simpler. You just plug and play, and I personally think that it sounds good. I don't think that I would complain hearing this in comms or on stream. As you can see in this video too, I think this is a good example of what this microphone would sound like on a stream. And this is a microphone that you can also use for these talking headshots as well. And it does work for typing tests, as you've heard. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Like I said, FIFINE did also send out their A6T, which is an even more budget-friendly microphone option, but it's not a dynamic microphone. I will have a video on that soon. Hit that subscribe button if you want to know when that video is out. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below as well if you like these microphone videos. If you want to know what kind of microphones you want me to review, I'll do my best to review them. I thought this was really fun. It's been a while since I've done a microphone review because, like I mentioned in my Rode Procaster, that was a buy once, cry once kind of upgrade. But yeah, happy to do more reviews if you guys want to hear more of my opinions on different mics. That's gonna be it for this video. Yeah, I will have my socials linked below if you want to see more of my content. Again, I've been trying to post more on TikTok and Twitter, but that's gonna be it for this. I will catch you guys in the next one. Here's the outro.